By now, you know all about March Madness, the big basketball event in March. What about May Madness? This past Sunday, 6 conference champs crowned and the National League Finals, all on the counterattack next. Hi everyone, welcome to the Counterattack. Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us. We start things off first with the month of May. You've certainly seen this old picture of Justin Timberlake by now. It's the official internet's way of telling you it's May. But this past May 1st was unlike anything else in the world of water polo. We had 6 college conference champs crowned and the National League playoffs came to a close. Not since the Bone Thugs and Harmony put out First of the Month have we cared this much about the first of the month. We start off first with the National League Championship. By now, you know the New York Athletic Club won the whole thing, and they did it in convincing fashion. After rolling through the regular season undefeated, they didn't stop when they got to Berkeley. New York won 3 in a row, including the title match over USA Blue, to raise the trophy. They also nearly swept all the awards. Merrill Moses top goalie, John Mann top scorer, 32 goals on the year, and Tony Azevedo the MVP. USA Reds Dennis Blashoff named Rookie of the Year. In third place, Olympic Club topping Alumni. Let's get you to the highlights. Keep in mind all these games are available right now on youtube.com/USAWP, free and on demand.
And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Berkeley, California. It's the 2016 National League Championship match. It's the defending champs USA Blue taking on the New York Athletic Club.
Center defender on John Mann. It's not the best matchup.
Azevedo to Samuels. He rises up, buries it. And a 2-0 lead for New York. Moses will leak out as far as he can. And Rolsa buries it into the corner. And USA Blue is on the board thanks to Rolsa, a 3-1 game. He's got Samuels. Here's Bonani. Samuels controlling and stuffs it in.
That play is all Josh Samuels.
On the other end now, Dunston from Cupido. In front, and Ben Halleck. Here's a chance for a shot and a score. Alex Bowen, frustration, and asking the official. He was hit in the face. Why was there no call? But he takes his anger out on the ball. Samuels denied. It's tipped back out to Azevedo.
Josh needs to pass that ball.
And it all works out in the end. Azevedo puts home another 11-5 lead.
That was a nice shot by Luca Cupido.
Adds another. And makes it 11-6. Bonani moving in on Barron. Waits him out and puts it in the corner. Today belongs to the New York Athletic Club. Undefeated and now National League champions in 2016. The quote-unquote home team, the Olympic Club, taking on Alumni alongside UC Davis men's head coach Dan Layson. And we're underway, Alumni in the Whitecaps, Olympic Club in the dark. Sefton, known for posting up, but he shows the outside range. Peter Sefton hitting. Good chance here for Alumni. And they score it. We're tied as Rigo converts on the power play. A 1-1 game. Skip shot there. Defender late getting over and almost kind of screened Lapine from seeing that ball. As the goal is scored by Sage Wright. Lenhart in close. There's a goal. Nice passing from Alumni, and it leads to a Matt Burton score. Good look inside. The extra pass, and it's tipped home. Alumni allowing another. Paul Reynolds on the board. Reynolds moving in unguarded and skips it in. 11-6. In the meantime, that's the final horn, and the Olympic Club wins this one going away 11-6. They claim third place at the 2016 National League Championship. More National League Championship post-game action. We're here with the top goalkeeper from the New York Athletic Club, Merrill Moses. You're in the midst of this intense training with a lot of the guys in USA Blue, and now you have to turn around, and I know you scrimmage, you do 6-on-5 in practice, but now you play them in a game where people are really going for it. What was that like to kind of flip the switch from training to now a competitive environment against who will be your teammates in Rio?
You know, I think it's we're all professionals here. This is what we're doing right now, 7 hours a day, 6 days a week. But yeah, everyone's going for it and battling, and there's a respect level, though. We know that no one's going to try and hurt each other, and give it your best. And in all honesty, I'd be upset if someone kind of took it a little easy, because we're less than 100 days away from the Olympics, and we can learn from each other. And I think that's what this National League is all about, and I hope it just develops even more for the United States. I think it's a great league.
All right, a little post-game talk now here at the National League. We're joined with the top newcomer from USA Red, the Rookie of the Year, if you will, Dennis Blashoff. Dennis, tell me about this experience. What was the National League like for you, not just this weekend, but going back over the whole 4 weekends?
It was just nice to have weekends in a row where I could play against the best players in the world and in the country, and just getting better and better each weekend, playing with a great team, great coach, just learning throughout the whole time.
Outside of our first and third place games, there's a goal you've got to see. Check out Nikola Vavic from Saturday here in the National League for Team Alumni.
An easy one for Nikola Vavic. And he's going to get into position. Oh, a little trickery. Spins it behind his head.
Oh, the fans got to like that one.
Vavic on the one-on-none has lots of options here, but he decides to hit him with the okey-doke. Little behind the head, floater lob, nicely done, Nikola, and easily our goal of the week from the National League, and dare I say, SportsCenter worthy. And now we pivot to women's college water polo. Last week we told you Whittier won the Skyac, and with it punched a ticket to the NCAA tournament, but that still left 6 other college conferences with automatic bids on the line. We started off first with the Big West, and UC Santa Barbara is tournament bound. They defeated Hawaii 11-5. UCSB playing this one in their own home pool. They are moving on. From there, we go to the CWPA. Michigan, one of the top teams all year long in the country, and they were the top team in the CWPA. They defeat rival Indiana 9-2 to claim the title. Golden Coast Conference, first year, Golden Coast getting their automatic bid, and San Diego State takes advantage. They beat Pacific in a thriller in sudden death 10-9. Overtime action there. Back east we go. Wagner, a three-peat in the MAC. They defeat Marist 8-5 in Poughkeepsie. Back west, MPSF action in Bakersfield. USC, they continue their undefeated run, #1 team in the land, upends Stanford 8-5 to win the automatic berth for the MPSF. And last but certainly not least, WWPA action, UC San Diego over Cal State East Bay, 9-5 to claim that title. So 6 more bids punched for the NCAA tournament, and some great local TV coverage on the wins for San Diego State and UC Santa Barbara, a historic moment for both squads.
The UCSB women's water polo team taking on Hawaii in the Big West Championship game. And in the first period, the Gauchos taking a 1-0 lead. Hawaii getting that one back fast. So we are tied up at 1, but moments later, off the steal, and pass to Lauren Martin. Now she would grab the ball and jet it to the corner pocket for the goal. Now the Gauchos would go up 2-1. And the UCSB would go on to beat Hawaii 11-5 to win the Big West tournament title.
A big congratulations to the San Diego State University women's water polo team. They beat Pacific in overtime today to win the Golden Coast Championship at the Aztec Aquaplex. Caroline Israels had the sudden victory winner. The win gives the Lady Aztecs an automatic berth to the NCAA Championship.
After you win a college conference championship, you celebrate, and then you wonder, where are we going and who are we playing? Well, that answer has come as NCAA.com announced the women's college water polo bracket for the 2016 championship. Some things we knew. USC making the field. They won the MPSF and they're undefeated, going in at the top seed. Others, a little bit of surprise. Who would be the at-larges? We had some ideas, other teams hoping they'd get a chance. Let's take a look at the bracket here. They don't tend to put seedings on these brackets, but you can be assured USC #1 seed. They'll take on the winner of San Diego State and Wagner in a play-in game. Michigan takes on Arizona State. ASU, that was the wild card. Who would be that other at-large team? It was down to ASU, Cal, maybe some others. Sun Devils get the nod. They're back again. Stanford taking on UC Santa Barbara. And the last matchup, UCLA will take on the winner of UC San Diego and Whittier. As far as the play-in games, they'll be in San Diego next Tuesday for San Diego State, Wagner, UC San Diego, and Whittier. We'll get you caught up with all the results next week here on The Counterattack. So while 10 college teams get ready for their play-in games and their appearances at UCLA for the NCAA tournament, this past weekend in Texas, it was the state high school water polo championship for both the boys and the girls, and a team you might expect to win it all did it again. On the boys' side, St. Mark's again proving victorious. They were able to pick up yet another championship, but the MVP going to Zach Lowry from South Lake Carroll High School. On the girls' side, Cypress Creek, the state champs. Congrats to Cy Creek, and the MVP from their team, Sydney Coachman. Congrats to both St. Mark's and Cypress Creek on their titles. More high school water polo championships upcoming. And you've got to see this video from the Texas High School State Championships. Thanks to Alex Young and Wesley Paulson for sending it in. 5th place game, boys' side, Cy Creek, Strake Jesuit. Game already decided, an opening sprint late in the match, and they decided like you've never seen it before. When's the last time you saw rock, paper, scissors figure out an opening sprint? I've never seen it before. You know water polo purists everywhere are cringing. It's okay. This game was already decided. Just a couple of teams having some fun in the later stages of the state championship as their year comes to a close. Last week on the show, we talked all about 100 days until Rio. Now, 7 days later, it's 93 days to go. That's the quick math for you here on the Counterattack. But we've got to get you caught up on all the great stuff that happened a week ago. We had athletes and teams everywhere. Tony Azevedo and Courtney Matthewson in New York City in Times Square. They were taking part in the Today Show, meeting with fans in Times Square, signing autographs, doing social media activities, all kinds of fun stuff. From there, our women's team was in Colorado Springs talking with NBC Denver, and NBC LA was at men's training in Southern California visiting with the squad as they get ready for Rio. Check out some of this awesome media coverage.
A grueling training schedule, 2 hours of weights followed by 7 hours in the pool.
I know no one in the world is training this much.
Acevedo was born in Rio de Janeiro, where his dad played water polo.
The hands, you know, this is Brazilian of me, you know.
He grew up in Long Beach, went to Wilson High School, was a ball boy at the 96 games, and has competed internationally for more than a decade.
There's something about the fact that we were just comfortable in Speedos from the age of like 6 that I think everyone has like an outgoing personality. Right, yeah. People need to know more about water polo players.
Now, Courtney Matheson, a gold medalist from the 2012 Olympics, she's on the women's water polo team and had a chance to hold the torch. She looks a little nervous holding something so iconic.
What does it mean to represent your country?
I don't know. I think it's just a really cool feeling to get to play the sport you love with the people you love while also representing the U.S. So.
And you guys are dominant.
Thank you.
Thank you. But, you know, representing the USA is obviously really rewarding. You know, it's the highest level of the sport, and getting the opportunity to, you know, play the sport you love, like Fish said, and, you know, we love it, and playing at the highest level is also really fun.
So excited that we're 100 days out from Road to Rio.
And this is it. The rubber meets the road here. There's no turning back. The competition, the practice kicks into high gear.
And as we look towards the road to Rio, there'll be a couple of stops in the state of California as the USA men's and women's national teams gear up with some exhibition matches taking on Team Australia. They're coming up later this month. Take a look at the full schedule here for May as Team USA will be in Pomona, of course in Los Angeles for that big doubleheader at USC, and then up to Fresno and back down to Irvine. And then coming up in June, the women will head to the East Coast where they'll visit Florida, Connecticut, and New York. Tickets for all games on sale now at usawaterpolo.org. There's no denying Olympic athletes have to train a ton. They'll tell you it themselves. It requires several hours in the pool to be among the best. But one of the other cool things about being an Olympian is a chance to meet with younger athletes and parents and tell them all about the sport, about the Olympics, and about how to be the best you can be in whatever you're trying to do. Maggie Steffens got that chance as a Team for Tomorrow ambassador with Team USA when she visited the YMCA in Downey, California a couple of weeks back. It was a great opportunity for some young water polo players. They're at the splash ball level now, but they had a chance to hang out with Maggie, and she had to make sure they knew some water polo skills, starting off with, do they have a strong kick? Take a look at this video. I think you'll find out they're doing just fine. Now we close it out like we do every week, our social media, sending off the best of what you're sharing on the internet. Use the hashtag counterattack. Lots of good stuff this week. We start off with some celebrations in the college water polo world. After you win a championship and you know you're going to the NCAAs, you have to jump in the pool. The Gauchos celebrate here at UC Santa Barbara. This is via the Big West Women's Water Polo Twitter account. Then to Michigan and the UMich Water Polo Twitter account. They're doing the same thing. Everyone into the pool. Good stuff there from both of those squads celebrating. It's how you have to do it. National League action via Instagram. Margot sharing this shot. Look at the image from the jump ball here. Sure, it wasn't rock, paper, scissors, but still pretty cool. Nicely done there. The USA women were in Colorado Springs last week, and wouldn't you know it, there was snow in Colorado. They didn't seem prepared. They hiked Manitou Incline, and they were able to find some parkas that had to be pretty chilly. ESPN Magazine checking in on Team USA and going underwater with McQuinn Barron. Nice job, Emily May. NBC LA visited, and assistant coach Alex Rodriguez was there to chronicle it on his Twitter account. Courtney Mathewson hanging out with Today Show host Hoda Kotb in Rockefeller Center during the Today Show taping for 100 Days Out. Check out this giant Team USA selfie of all the athletes that turned out for 100 days. See if you can spot Tony Azevedo and Courtney. Hint, Tony is on the left just a little bit. Back to the Manitou Incline, water polo Coach K sharing some snow angels. I don't know if they're doing angels or they're just resting. That can be a pretty exhausting hike. And last but not least, Missouri water polo. When you have a break at a tournament, maybe you get a snack or maybe just read Skip Shot magazine. We're not mad about that. Thanks again to everyone for sharing the best of what you're doing on social media. Keep it coming. We'll have more of it next week. That'll do it for this week's episode of The Counterattack. We appreciate you watching, and don't forget, when you're on The Counterattack, look weak side.